What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Unplugged and Uncut. You're kicking it with your boy Unique. And today we're going to get into Morant and what he needs to do to go ahead and win the NBA MVP this year. I got my top 5 things he can get accomplished. And if he gets these things accomplished, I think he has a great chance to win the league MVP. Before we get started, though, if you haven't taken the time to hit that subscribe button, make sure you do. We are giving away that PlayStation 5 with the game of your choice. Once we hit 100,000 subscribers, all you got to do to be entered to win is be an active subscriber and leave a comment in the comment section. That's out. But without further ado, let's get into Morant, one of the most exciting players in the NBA. Now, Morant is firmly in the MVP conversation, but he does have to rise above a few narratives out there. So let's get into some of the narratives that he has to rise above real quickly. The Joel Embiid narrative. That's right, this season Joel Embiid has played most of the year without Ben Simmons, just got James Harden, just got their butt kicked too. The Brooklyn Nets put it on him. Ooh. But that's a whole nother video and topic just to talk about that game, like, whoa. But anyway, still though, Joel Embiid's narrative is good. I mean, he's carrying the 76ers for the whole year and been one of the better players. So you got to get above that. You also got the Joker. The Joker just does everything for Denver. I mean, Denver Nuggets are sitting right there between 1 and 5, and they go up and down, but they are really hurt. I mean, their second best player, Jamal Murray's not there. Michael Porter Jr. is hurt, and the Joker just keeps getting it done. So you got to get over that narrative. And the last narrative, I think, is the DeMar DeRozan Unleashed. That is right. Ooh-wee. The Chicago Bull version of DeMar DeRozan is like, whoa. So that is another narrative that he has to get over. So let's see what he can do to overtake that. All right, so my number 5 thing we got listed is real simple. And it's starred because it's kind of important, even though it's simple, and that is to take care of the lower competition. Do not settle now. Do not play down to the level of your competition. Do not let up. That is right. There's an old saying that says, don't play with your food. And I'm telling these boys to come to eat, come and compete hard, and don't let up, even if you're playing a bad team. Go at them and bring the pain. Number 4, the 4th thing he could do is take advantage of March Madness. That is right. So in March, and I just threw that in there because of the college reference, you guys, but there's some big games coming up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Let's check it out. On the 23rd, they will be at home against the Brooklyn Nets. That is on ESPN. On the 26th of March, they got the Bucks. On the 28th, they got the Warriors. So take care of these big-time March games, and we'll even throw the 1st of April in there, where you got the Suns, the Jazz, the Nuggets, and the Celtics. Some really big games. Take care of that March Madness, the end of the schedule, and take care of business when you play against these top-name teams. So you got a chance to go at an MVP candidate with the Bucks. That's right, Greek Freak will be in there. Steph Curry, you got a chance to show them up. And why you're the MVP. You got the Denver Nuggets on their court. So you get to go on the road on April 7th and show the Joker that you are the MVP in the NBA. Not to mention, one of my favorite games on the schedule is a NBA TV, it's an ESPN game, and that's the Brooklyn Nets on the 23rd. Kevin Durant, Morant should be a lot of excitement and some great basketball. But take care of March. Take care of this final stretch. The 3rd thing he can do is just to continue his excellent play. That is right. Morant is averaging basically 28 points and 7 assists this year, and he is packing up the highlights. So when these big games, come out and just do something to make us say, whoa, because you always do it. It's just like on cue. You don't know if you're going to jump over somebody, jump in the air, spin around, dunk on somebody. You just don't know what this kid is going to do. Continue to bring the highlight plays, kind of like Derrick Rose was doing when he won his MVP as a young point guard. He just kept bringing it. I mean, it was just like play after play, dunk after dunk, retarded layup after ridiculous layup. It was just amazing basketball to watch. So Ja Morant, keep it up. Keep doing what you're doing, and you are on pace to get there. Now, the number 2 reason, we kind of got into it a little bit, but not really. And that is, you got to win the primetime games. That is right. And you got to have big, individual, great performances against these teams. You got to show them that you are the best player on the court so you can help get over some of these narratives being in a smaller market. Now, you got the NBA TV, you got 5 games there. You got a couple ESPN games, ABC and TNT. All of these games are big games. You got to win these games. And if they're close, at least bring like one of those performances that you're going to remember. That is right. So the number 1 thing I think Ja Morant can do to win the MVP is to keep the Memphis Grizzlies record 2nd or 1st in the West. If they win the West, man, it's going to be hard to say he's not the MVP. But at least stay 2nd. Do not let Golden State overtake you for that 2nd place. You have a better chance being the 2nd best team in the West and also accomplishing the other 4 things that we mentioned to go along with that, winning your big time games, highlight and excellent play, owning March and the early part of April, and taking care of the lower competition. Come out to play and compete. I think this is how Ja Morant wins NBA MVP this season, and I think he is on pace to do it. Do not be surprised by this sleeper pick, guys. I went over why I thought DeMar DeRozan could win it before, and it still sticks. I mean, DeRozan has been unleashed. The Joker just does everything. Joel Embiid has carried his team. They got narratives. So those narratives actually help drive voters. And this narrative that Ja Morant is creating by making his team the 2nd best team or the 1st best team in the West, dominating primetime games, making ridiculous highlight plays, is how he wins MVP over these other steep competition. Because if Kevin Durant wasn't hurt, Kevin Durant would be MVP or MVP conversation. The Greek Freak could be in that conversation if he didn't miss some games, but he hasn't been missing games anymore, and he's been playing extremely well. So do not be surprised to see his name thrown up in that mix. We mentioned Steph Curry. There's a lot of great players in the NBA, and for Ja Morant to overcome, all you got to do is continue to do what you're doing. You're playing at an excellent level. You are bringing the highlights, and you are making noise. People are starting to notice. So that's my opinion, guys, and my top 5 things. Real simple. I'm gonna check the comments to see what everybody thinks. Do y'all agree that Ja Morant is right there neck and neck with these other MVP candidates? Do you think his narrative can outpace the Joel Embiid, the Joker, the DeRozan Unleashed? So I'll be checking the comments to see how everybody feels about that, as always. But that's all I got on Ja Morant winning MVP this year, 2022. It's been fun, everybody. Your boy out. Peace.